comfort narwhal it up. That's what we need.
We need a comfort narwhal.
A good comfort narwhal when we're feeling a little spicy.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I'm sorry if you think I've been unkind to Doctor Who. I feel like I'm going to have to talk about this forever.
Forever,
Look,
right?
I love the show. So
Which is why...
So it elicits a strong reaction from me sometimes. It's only because I love the show that I get mad at it.
It's
Which
like,
I realize now sounds toxic.
But it's like you said it perfectly when you were like, why is it that we sometimes take our emotions out on the people we love? Like, why, like the people we're closest to, we sometimes will take it out on them.
You get the most mad or the most upset with because you love them and you know the potential they have to live up to. And so if they are, y'all don't want to hear me talk about Rise of the Skywalker movie. The last Star Wars. Y'all don't, because that's the same thing for me. The potential of what that could have been and what it ended up being made me furious. And it's that same thing I love storytelling.
Yep.
I love movie making. But again, if nothing else, all of this, I think for all of us, I hope, is a lesson in, we all come at things from our own perspectives,
different angles,
and we're all going to experience things differently. And that doesn't make one person's experience wrong or right. If you had zero problems with anything I've ever not liked in the show, you're equally valid. Like, that's cool. We get to.
That's what's so exciting about watching things and seeing other people's reactions to it. That is what is so exciting. Like, I've had people say things about the Doctor and River's relationship that I never thought of, and to see them say it, I was like, holy fuck,
there's some
you
good
totally just opened my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just opened my eyes in a whole new way that there was a wall there and I wasn't seeing that. And then by them being like, well, hey, look at my opinion, I'm like, oh shit, that's good. That's good. Thank you for sharing that with me, because now I can address the way I viewed it and I can kind of see it in a new perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It's what makes it so fun, and a show that's been going on for fucking 50 plus years. Not all of it is gonna be agreeable. Like, let's bring up Classic Who. How many Classic Whovians have something to say that they didn't like about the 2nd Doctor, but they loved about the 5th Doctor, but they hated about the 7th Doctor, but they, like,
I don't know the answer to any of those, Katrina. I don't want to start. I feel like we've been talking about it a lot lately, and I don't want to start all our videos off this way. But here's a change of subject. I have gone down a BTS rabbit hole.
Oh no!
I still love Twice. We're talking about K-pop. If
we're talking about K-pop,
love Twice, but I have become full on obsessed now with BTS. They're real talented.
Yeah, they're real talented. They're real gorgeous.
Let me talk to you about my bias, V. Oh boy. He is. Yeah. Jungkook also is real good. Apparently a lot of people like Jin, but Jin is not my type. But a lot of people really like Jin apparently. But if you want to know my type, it's V. Especially when he wears glasses.
Oh, anytime.
He's too young, though. I feel so guilty. He's like 10 years younger than me, and I'm like, feel kind of guilty about being like,
no. As long as he's not a kid.
He's not. But yeah. Anyway, so I've been thinking a lot about BTS. How about Doctor Who?
My coffee has gotten cold.
You can tell. Yeah.
I sent a snap to my sister this morning when it was heated and, you could see everything. And I was like, my face is on a mug and I love it. She was just like, I love it. These are, check out Gallifrey Gals merch, because you can't see anything on mine.
You can see half of it on mine. If you want to know when we filmed this reaction, if you looked on my Instagram story and saw me drinking out of this mug that day, that's the day we filmed this.
That's this day.
That's this day.
Now. Welcome to the Gallifrey Gals Get Wibbly
Wobbly. My name's Paula.
And I am Katrina.
Thank you for being here. We are going on a journey. I'm watching Doctor Who for the first time, if you're new. And Katrina is like a major fan of this show. So she has been my friendly neighborhood guide through this experience. And boy, what a roller coaster it's been. If you're new here, I got big emotions and I will express them.
If you're new here, we both have big emotions and we both will express them. And that's that. And there's no...
Sometimes people don't like it. Not just here. I've gotten a couple of emails about my latest Death by Monsters episode that I was like, really? That's what you thought I was saying? I must not have articulated well because like 2 people were like, and I was like, that's not what I meant at all. I need to make a statement.
Back to the fact of we love y'all. YouTube, we're almost at 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah, we're gonna do some live shit. That is bonkers. That is
absolutely bonkers.
I forgot that we've only been on our own channel for a year.
We're coming up in March. We're in March. It's been 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm really proud of us. I'm really proud of us, this channel, our Gallifrey Gals Gremlin.
Yes.
There's 3 of us running this, y'all. It's just 3 of us. There's no one else behind the scenes. There's no one else, there's an occasional friend who's like, hey, let me help record this episode for you real quick. It's basically the 3 of us behind the scenes while our lovely and amazing, she calls herself the Gremlin, so don't think we're doing that in a mean way. Our lovely producer is working a fucking regular 9-to-5 job stuck at home on her computer while also balancing a new small business that she just started for herself selling stickers while also helping us run this channel. So yeah, there's just the 3 of us doing so fucking much behind the scenes, not trying to make this run, but making it run. I know, look at the stickers.
I just happen to have them right here. So I thought
Whimsy and Doodles. You can't see it because it's reflected. Dude. I know neither of us have seen The Mandalorian yet. Cough, cough, nudge, nudge. I know. We know, guys.
Maybe we'll do that for you. It's so cute. Yeah, I'm pretty good.
So
on that note, should we react to something?
We should, but can we pause the recording so I can pee again? Yes. I had a second coffee.
And resumed. Okay. So we're watching an episode of Doctor Who. Now I have the episode pulled up and I see that it is called Nightmare in Silver.
Yes, it is.
I love that title.
Yes.
I don't know. I can't guess unless it has something to do with werewolves, which is just the only because silver.
Yeah.
But I do not think that's actually what it's about. So
there's not much I can really preemptively say about this. Just that this is another one of those episodes that, of course, like the little bit that I know about it, and I go and I look it up, and I see some people did not like this episode, and I'm like, wow, really? Like, when I remember watching this the first time and it being one of the episodes that I was like, God damn, Matt Smith, so it's just so interesting to see we're here again, where who likes what and who, doesn't.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what you'll think of this one. I'm also excited because I think there's going to be some like kind of Star Trek vibes in some areas that I didn't understand the first time I watched it.
Okay.
So I'm excited to kind of see that and be like, oh my God. And that's it. We can talk more about it after.
I guess that's the Nightmare in Silver, maybe? The Cybermen?
Before the Imperial Court, and only here to destroy you.
And
at
chess.
Chess.
An empty shell, and yet it moves. How?
Magic.
That might well be, young lady.
It's a puppet monofilament strings, which means brains. Hurry.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm the brains.
Hello.
I'm the brains.
They call me Porridge. Oh, it's good to be out of that box. For you, miss.
Weird, they gotta stay the night?
Right?
Don't wander off. Now, I'm not just saying don't wander off. I mean it. Otherwise, you'll wander off. And the next thing you know, somebody's gonna have to start rescuing somebody.
From what?
Nothing. Nobody needs rescuing from anything.
But just sleep in this room with
Don't
a bunch of
wander off.
Cybermen in it.
Sweet dream.
Ominous.
He's such
Nothing, nobody. But don't wander off. Okay, good night. I'm like, I'm not leaving this couch.
Hedgewick bought the planet cheap. It had been trashed in the cyber wars.
Who were we fighting?
Cybermen. technologically upgraded warriors. We couldn't win. Sometimes we fought to a draw, but then they'd upgrade themselves,
It's
fix
funny
the weaknesses, and destroy
to
us.
think of
It's hard to
characters
find an
not
enemy that
knowing who the
uses your arms
Cybermen
as
are.
spare parts.
I know, it's so weird.
Beat them or you wouldn't be here. How?
Look up there. That corner of sky, what do you see?
Nothing.
Ooh.
It's just black. No stars, no
nebula?
nothing.
Well, it used to be the Tiberian Spiral Galaxy. 1 million star systems, 100 million worlds, 1 billion trillion people. It's not there anymore.
That's a good set of
No more
questions.
Tiberian
Yeah.
Galaxy.
Hello? I'm bored.
Where's your big sister?
Clara. She's not my sister. She's stupid. She's talking to Porridge.
Oh my gosh, was she like
Talks about
13?
Porridge.
She has so much attitude.
Porridge, that little bloke.
She's got to be like 14.
We need to have a chat.
That looks like the set for the Doctor's
The-
Daughter episode.
Yeah,
scared.
yeah, that's exactly what I was just thinking.
If you're wondering, I just think. I
If
ought
you're
to turn
wondering.
the lights back on.
Lights on.
Somebody's
gonna get him. Oh
So,
no.
tell me about the little bloke.
Well, you must have seen him.
Angie!
She always has to turn up and spoil everything. I wasn't doing anything. Why can't
Oh,
you just
boy.
leave me alone?
Jeez, I'd be like, that is coming out of nowhere and is uncalled for.
Cyberman!
Angie!
Little light on me. I don't like moving like that. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's terrifying. No.
What a cool shot. No, why do they want the kids? Why? That serves the right. But I mean, it's never okay to kill them.
No.
That was a Cyberman. But
Mixed feelings.
To me, I will get her back. Captain, a word, please.
Stay alive until I get back.
Artie?
No, no.
Artie, what's happening?
They Borged him.
He looks like a Borg.
Please stand by. You will be.
I had no reference to that the first time I watched it.
You will be assimilated. Yeah, he's so bored.
Look at that. He's
I'm
totally
so glad
bored.
that
Taking it
we've
out of
watched
storage.
the
Good.
end of season
We need
3
to
of
find
Next
somewhere
Generation before
defensible.
seeing this.
Where?
Yes.
The beach. Giant's Cauldron.
This is hilarious. I love that they've
Nancy
said it
Longshoe's
like
comical
this.
cast.
Giant's
It's so
Cauldron.
great.
Drawbridge? Note?
Yes.
But brilliant.
With respect, Mom, we ought to be hunting the creature.
The only reason I'm still alive
Oh my
is because
God.
I do what the doctor says. Can you guarantee
He's
me
so
you'd
cute.
bring me back my children
Little ginger
alive
with the
and unharmed?
glasses.
I trust the doctor. You think he knows what he's doing?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'd go that far.
It's like, I wouldn't say that, no. But
But I still trust him.
it all
Cybermen
somehow
has
works out.
built a Valkyrie to save critically damaged units and bring them here, and one by one, repair them. Current cyber units use almost any living components.
That is creepy AF.
It's terrifying.
No! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Doctor, no! I don't want the doctor to be a Cyberman. What if he's like, wow, that happened so cool.
Incorporated, yes.
I am Locutus of
Unfamiliar pulmonary
Gallifrey.
setup, nervous system hyperconductive, remarkable brain processing speed.
Oh,
very-
I'm so excited.
Amazing.
His performance right there
You just wait.
is kind of like David Tennant almost.
you
It
try
felt
and
very.
stop
Oh my gosh.
Just wait.
Who's Clara? Why are you thinking about her so much? Enough! Oh, this is brilliant. I'm so clever already, and now I'm a million times more clever. And what a brain! Not a human brain, not even slightly human. I mean, I'm going to have to completely rework the neural interface, but this is going to be the most efficient cyber planner! Not a great name, that, is it? I could call myself Mr. Clever.
I will follow my orders. Your orders come from me.
Yeah. Your orders come from her now.
You'll need to sign for that trigger unit, Mom.
Mind if I take one of these? Might be handy.
The paperwork.
Yeah, really.
Help yourself. I'll teach you how to use it. Upstairs. Now.
Some weird interpersonal dynamics
There.
going on here.
That was easy. The game.
You know what to do.
Pulse to the back of the head,
Oh, they're just
fry the brain circuit. interface.
young and
Gonna be hard to get in close
bumbling.
enough.
I want to
so
see them all
cute.
get really. I hope they all have a chance to like build some confidence. That'll be
Be
fun
like,
to watch.
yeah.
Like, I did it. I really like this episode so far.
I love
it's really
it.
Fun.
She's so cute.
Oh no, because I take this. She tried. She tried. Oh no. You were brave.
She was so brave.
They fooled
She tried.
Are they all right? What's going on?
A bit of a good news, bad news, good news again
news,
thing
bad
going
news.
on.
Good news
So,
again.
good news, I kidnapped the cyber planet,
She
and right
holds the
now
gun.
I'm sort of in control of this Cyberman.
Bad news?
Bad news, the cyber planet's in my head. And different bad news, the kids are, well, it's complicated.
Complicated
She
how?
is gonna.
Complicated as in walking coma.
Please tell me you can wake them up.
Hope so.
Yeah, hope so.
Other good news.
Well, in other good news, there are a few more repaired and reactivated Cybermen on the way, and the cyber
I
planet's
love
installing
it.
a patch
She's
for the gold
just-
thing. No, wait, that isn't good news. He has no better than a 25% chance of winning at this stage in the game. Some very dodgy moves at the beginning. Hello, Flesh Girl.
Hello,
Fantastic.
Flesh Girl.
I'm the cyber planet.
Fantastic.
Afraid not. I'm working the mouth now. Allons-y. Oh, you should see the state of these neurons. He's had some cowboys in here, 10 complete rejigs.
You aren't the doctor.
No.
But he can access things.
Clara, I suppose I'm the only one who knows how I feel about you right now. How funny you are. So funny. How pretty. And the truth is, I'm starting to like you in a way that is more than just...
She's like, that's not the real doctor.
Ah, it's me! That really hurt. How did you know that was him?
Because even if that was true, which it is obviously not, I know you well enough to know that you would rather die than say it. Finish it.
You would rather die than say it. True.
Let go.
I can't.
Oh no.
He's got control
Oh
of the
no.
left arm.
Like
Electrocuted. Yeah. That's working, so that's good.
Brilliant.
Oh no.
Cybermen. They can update.
Who's our best
Paula's
shot?
like, fuck the Cybermen.
Shoot any of them who make it across. The rest of you take defensive positions.
They are like the board.
Yes. Emotions. Doctor. All for 2 human children.
Doctor said it before in that David
And it was
Tennant
a
episode with the
pointless
Cybermen.
sacrifice anyway.
Emotions are the most important thing.
So, Doctor, do you think the children's death will affect your relationship with Miss Clara? The Time Lords invented chess. It's our
did they?
game. And if you don't avoid my trap, it gives me mate in 3
course they
moves. How? I've got no charge left.
Yes, Clara.
I hope that's a real mace and not just one for show at a theme park.
How?
Did.
Doctor. I'm pulling in extra processing power. 3 million cyber brains working on one tiny chess problem. How long do you think it's going to take us to solve it?
Oh my gosh, his performance is out of control.
Move 1.
In a good way. It's,
Turn on sonic screwdriver. Move 2. Activate pulsar. Move 3.
They are chess
amplify
moves.
Pulsar. See ya.
But he had so much fun playing
Just
this
taking
part.
advantage of the local resources.
Do you think I'm pretty?
No, you're too short and bossy and your nose is all funny.
Good enough. What happened to the cyber planet?
Out of
Good
my
enough.
head and redistributed across
I
3
mean,
million
obviously
Cybermen
she
right
is,
now,
though,
about to wake them all
incredible.
up,
You're
kill
too
us and
short,
start collecting
boss.
spaceship.
I think you should ask Porridge.
Why?
Well, he is the Emperor. I bet he knows the activation codes.
I didn't
Come on.
realize.
It's obvious. He looks exactly like he does on the coin.
We'll blow in about 80 seconds, easily long enough for the Imperial flagship to locate me for my identification. Warp jump into orbit and transmat us to the stateroom.
Whoa! Rescued!
Bit big, not blue enough. Listen,
Clara,
Will you marry me?
will you marry me?
What?
He said she heard what he
What?
said.
You're smart.
I don't want to rule 1,000 galaxies.
He's like, I don't either. The doctor's reaction.
Yeah. Silly old
His
me.
face.
I'm really sorry.
How can you say no to that? When someone asks you if you want to be queen of the universe, you say yes. You watch. One day, I'll be queen of the universe.
Bye!
Bye.
Thanks, Clara. Thanks, Clara's boyfriend.
Uh-oh. Clara's boyfriend.
Thank you, Doctor.
For what?
Kids, stay out. Getting us off the planet alive, whatever you're doing with the Cybermen.
Let's go home.
Apparently, this episode for him being Warwick was like really excited to be on an episode of Doctor Who, and this episode took place 30 years after his premiere in Star Wars, because Warwick was in Star Wars.
Oh, interesting.
Back in like 80 something. I can't remember what.
Oh yeah, because he's an Ewok. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Is he Wicket? Wicket. Yeah, that's his name, right?
I'm really bad at names. I'd have to look it up. Or if you're looking it up real quick.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
He has played Wicket, but maybe not in every appearance of Wicket. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yeah. I really want to watch oh my gosh, my brain does not work anymore ever.
Excuse me.
Willow. Too many W names. Wicket,
lot
Warwick.
of W's.
Yeah, well, like I was saying while we were watching, it's funny that I'd never really noticed how handsome Warwick Davis is, because normally when I see him, he's like,
They've
got him makeup on as a goblin in Harry Potter. He's an Ewok. And I didn't watch Game of Thrones. And it's been a long time since I've seen Willow. So yeah, but really, especially in this episode, I was like, he is so handsome. Okay, here's my thought about that creepy line from the doctor about Clara at the end there. His reaction,
wrapped in a skirt too tight.
But then, do you see how he reacted after, where it was almost like, whoa, weird. That was a weird thought. Why did I have that? Could that be some leftover vestige of Cyberman, what the Cyberman would have said in his brain that was just kind of left over in there, that like came out and he was like, oh, that was weird. Like a bit of residual Cyberman possession almost is how I'm going to choose to think of it. Because otherwise it is a little creepy.
Not a bad theory. I've never thought about that before. That's not a bad theory. It just feels so out of place for the doctor. It's very strange. If he had said that about Amy, if he had said that about Rose, like even David Tennant about Rose, it would have felt strange.
It's just a bit like slimy.
It's a creepy, like it's kind of a slimy line, in my opinion. But yeah, I was reading about a lot of people were like, kids, they're so stupid. They're
kids
this
are barely in it.
I thought they did a great representation on it, because people were saying like, the doctor takes these kids to a moon and they're not even excited a little bit. I'm like, yeah, she's a 14-year-old teenage brat. I was a 14-year-old teenage brat who, is upset because her mother has passed, and now this person who was her mother's friend has now kind of moved in and is trying to help, but there's that whole she's not my mom thing.
There's a lot to work through.
Real. It felt very, very real, in my opinion. I wrote, because I wanted to make sure I didn't forget, I wrote, kids suck, LOL. I was like, they suck. I love them, but they also suck. They don't know everything. They don't have, their brains aren't fully formed. She doesn't understand everything that's going on, like, I loved it. I loved the kids.
I think that was a great episode. I loved that episode. And I loved Clara in this episode.
Yeah.
I thought she was so great. And it's always, for me, it is really just, it takes time to adjust to the new thing. At this point, and after some discussion on our Discord of like how to view the Doctor and River, which we've alluded to before, where it's like, because the timeline is so weird, when they're together. But when they aren't together, like the Doctor has seen River die.
Exactly.
Depending on where they are in time, for him, she might be dead. And who am I to say he can't pursue a romantic relationship with someone else? because to him, he's like, in this moment, I'm not married based on the way the timeline works. And so having that perspective really allowed me to let go of feeling kind of possessive over his relationship with River. And I'm even at the point now where Clara has grown on me enough that like, I don't mind. They had those little flirty moments in this. Like, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind. It's kind of fun. So
and
I'm really kind of coming around to them and their dynamic at this point. It is interesting. And of course, a lot of it too is down to his fascination with just wanting to understand her and how she exists. How is she a thing that is existing? And I think that's a lot of, to us, it can come across like, oh, that's a romantic interest. And in some ways the show plays it that way, but I think it's more of like a general fascination.
Intrigue. Because how is the Doctor not supposed to be interested in someone he's technically met 2 times, who died both times and came back to life as a regular human being?
Who has
how the
no
fuck
memory,
is he not
know.
supposed to?
Yeah.
How is he not supposed to be interested in that? You know, like
wait for them to finally have the conversation, because it's got to come up, because it's a couple times now that it's been mentioned to Clara, and then he's like, we'll talk about it later, and she's seen the picture now of herself that isn't her.
And again, we're still going to reach a point in the story telling of Moffat where I might still disagree with some things. I don't know if my opinions are going to change or not when we reach that point. But I will say that I have been able to approach Clara in a much different aspect this time around. And so I'm very grateful for that, because it's not fun to just hate on something, you know, like you want to be able to enjoy it. You want to be, you know, like, and I'm happy that I'm able to kind of reapproach some of these scenarios and have a new opinion or a new outlook on them. Because even when I first watched this episode, I did really like Clara in this episode. Rewatching it again, I fucking love Clara in this episode. I fucking love her in it. I love her with that gun when the Doctor's like, the kids are in a walking coma, and she's like, I'm gonna fuck it. Like, you better save them or I'm gonna shoot you. And I love that. She just was so good, and she really like stood in her ground as Clara, and it just felt very, very natural. Something that I was kind of reading, which was kind of made me sad to read this. Apparently Neil Gaiman and Matt Smith both had frustrations with this episode. Apparently Neil Gaiman really loved the script, obviously, because he wrote it, but he felt that the director had kind of taken things in a slightly different direction towards the end that he wasn't necessarily intending for.
Interesting.
And apparently what you just said, like Matt Smith must have had so much fun acting in that role. Apparently he found the double acting role to be hard.
Yes, I'm sure it was.
And received little support from the crew.
That sucks.
Who Smith constantly voiced his frustrations to.
Because that is very difficult and exhausting, and to have to switch and then switch and then switch, and it can very easily feel, it'd be very easy to get to a point where you feel like kind of stupid doing it. And if the crew is you also have to focus really hard. And if the crew is cutting up behind, you know, while something's shooting, or like doing something that's a distraction,
or if they're making a joke,
or if it can make it very difficult. That's unfortunate to hear.
Yeah. Which made me kind of sad reading that, because when I watched Doctor Who at first, because I didn't watch it when it premiered originally, I blew through Tenet and went straight into Matt Smith, and had a lot of shit against Matt Smith when I first watched it, because I was just very bitter and angry, and I wasn't open-minded, and I wasn't feeling it. And I did start to like him, and I started to respect him as an actor, but this was, and I know it's so long, like it's so far into his story, but when I watched this episode, it was when I really sat back and was like, okay, I got to reapproach this, and I need to go watch this again, because Matt Smith is a very talented fucking actor, and I need to give him the proper chance he deserves. And this episode made me go back and rewatch his story. And I was like, oh no, Matt Smith was incredible from the moment he walked on screen. The moment he was the Doctor, he was the Doctor. I had so much respect for him watching this episode. I was just blown away at his talent. He is just so fucking remarkable. So yeah, it's just such a fun ride. And it is just so funny that there's so many episodes I didn't like in this series, but this is one of the ones I did like. And it's one of the ones that the internet was like, I didn't like this episode. And I'm like, see, everyone's different. Everyone's got different opinions. Everyone's got a different ride. Everyone's got a different perspective. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
So yeah, I love that episode. Yeah. I think it's great. I think it's fun. I think it's just all around really good.
Yeah, I liked that one a lot.
And I love when the girl, I can't think of her name now, of course, but I love when she goes, because Porridge is the Emperor. Are any of you paying attention? And I was
like, no, what?
Yes.
I knew he was someone important. I had in my head, I was like, oh, he must have been like a former general or something like that. That totally caught me off guard. I love that.
So good.
Yeah,
and I love that it was her to be like,
they're like, duh.
Is anybody paying attention? No, just me. Come on, guys, keep up. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So there we go. A Nightmare in Silver.
I loved it.
I know. I love that episode. And I love the Cybermen. I love the Cybermen.
They stress me. Like I said in the episode, they stress me out. I think they stress me out more than the Daleks do. I mean, they just really stress me out.
The Daleks I feel like the Daleks are sometimes written to have a little bit of that comedic.
Yeah. They're kind of cute. Like, the Daleks are kind of cute. Cybermen are not cute.
No. Cybermen are not cute. And with the Daleks, they're like, yeah, they're really evil, but we're also going to write in this funny line.
They're a bit cheesy. They're like kind of like campy evil, but
with their
Cybermen are a little more like sinister. Yeah.
And the Cybermen really make me think of the Borg now that I've seen the Borg, and I'm like, the way that the Borg are terrifying, the way they upgrade and you shoot something at them and then they go, okay, we're just going to fix our system. So now you can't shoot that at us. And it's like, no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But I was excited for you to see Matt Smith as kind of a Borg.
That's great.
Oh, yeah.
Yay. Well, thank you everyone for watching this episode with us. I hope you will join us next time as we continue to get wibbly wobbly and watch more Who? The Doctor.
Duh. Come on, isn't anybody paying attention?
Bye everyone.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a little thumbs up, and if you want to be notified when we post new content, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit that little bell in the corner.